Okay. Sorry, I took a second. I was actually trying to figure out exactly which hydraulic press GIF I wanted to use on Twitter, and then I got really lost in the sauce, which can give you an indication of about how good I'm doing today. Hello. Welcome in. I'm currently taking out my vitamins and meds. If you have not taken your meds today, you should definitely take those. I'm taking mine. You should take yours. But hello. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm, you know, I'll probably say this a few times before we get too far into stream, but I'm coping with the fact that I found out yesterday that the project I was intending to start early on last stream, that I didn't start early on because my homework was due Friday and this project was due in a couple weeks. I found out as of yesterday that that project is actually uncompletable. So I'm still processing that and trying to figure out what my next moves are, because I'm quite frankly 99% sure the professors do not know that it's uncompletable because they suck. So that's where I'm at. I'm trying to figure out how to do a final project that's undoable, basically. But I have homework due tomorrow, so we're gonna do the homework due tomorrow, and we ball, you know? I will be taking my antidepressants. Take your antidepressants, kids. Thank you for the hydrate, Toaster. Welcome in. And congrats on your first cane. You know? I was gonna ask you the same thing, Shoddy. Did you fall asleep on or under your desk? We were concerned. I just want to know. How's your back feeling, Shoddy? You have a back? Oh, we knew. We could tell. Toasty, you missed out. I think you died before the thing happened on Kane's stream last night, didn't you? You didn't get to see the thing. Did you hear her? Did she say anything to you? Did you? Okay. You heard it at least. Good. I'm glad. I was concerned. I wasn't sure if you were awake or alive or dead at that point. Well, we fixed it. It's fine, I think. For those of you who aren't following my good friend Kane, or weren't in attendance at her stream yesterday, we funded $113 worth of hash browns off of her throne last night, which equates to 16.8 pounds of frozen hash browns. And it was like so much that she was like so shocked she ended the stream and then like had to start texting people and telling her family that that much hash browns were on the way, and her partner is still a little mad at me. And her mom blamed me when it actually wasn't my fault. Kane goes, someone off my stream bought us 17 pounds worth of hash browns, and her mom goes, was it Hannah? And I was like, hey, it wasn't me this time. I finished the job, but it is my blood related sibling who did it, so like that'll do it. It was 10% me, 89% my sibling. By familial blood relation, so there's a common thread of blame here. I mean, I was in VC with him at the time, and he was laughing so hard that he kept choking because he thought it was so funny. He was giggling to himself, and I was like, what's going on? What's going on there? And then I see the stream thing flash, and I go, oh dear. It was quite good. Anyways, so if you haven't seen that, you should go check out my good friend. I think most of the people who are awake right now have seen it, but so I would do it as a joke as well.
Thank you for following.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. But yeah, so I'm not adding that to my throne because even if it were funded as a joke, I cannot fit that in my freezer. I have a roommate, Shadow. I fear him. So I cannot, because that would take up my entire freezer shelf and might still be too much. So like, if we funded that, I guess I could like pawn it off on people. I have friends who live here, but I don't have space for anything in my house. I think my roommate would enjoy free potatoes for a little bit because she loves free food, and then would be very tired of me very quickly. But I mean, I have friends I could give it to. So like, one of the other potato instigators lives near me. So I don't have students right now. But you know, I do know enough starving grad students that I think I could pull it off. But I think it would be a very awkward Slack message for me to send, to be like, my last Slack message being like, hey guys, can anybody else complete this assignment? I find this uncompletable. That's the Slack message I sent out yesterday about my uncompletable project. And then the following message being like, hey, do you guys happen to like hash browns? I think would be a little crazy. Yeah, I'll bribe. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think most of my professors fuck with hash browns. They don't seem the hash brown type. Let me put it that way. Let me put it that way. And my boss would probably kill me if I tried to give him that many hash browns as well. While it's a funny joke, I feel like it would cause me too much stress. And also I could not even store them in the interim, because there's nowhere I can store that many hash browns. Hash browns are amazing, but I bought like the Trader Joe's quantity of hash browns, which is like this much, and that took me roughly 4 weeks to finish. So that's not doable for me. Also, I do this thing where if I eat food too often, it makes me like sick. So I would probably eat so many hash browns that it would make me want to throw up, and then I would never be able to. It would take me roughly 4 years to be able to eat hash browns again. Speaking from personal experience. I have this thing where if I eat a food too much, it will like literally make me sick. I don't know what it is, but it will like, I will get sick. Like, I ate so much arugula during high school because that was like my standard day lunch, was like an arugula salad, that I've been unable to eat arugula since, and like only ate arugula for the first time I think this year, and that was in high school. Because it makes me sick otherwise. I would use that much salt. That's the worst part. I think okay, so here's the funniest thing about this. Like, we will get to work pretty soon, but I do feel like the hash brown incident does need to be spoken about. So the funniest thing that you guys are missing context on, that I know, is that this all started because of my brother. Every single piece of this phenomena traces back to my brother. Because what happened was, we were at Christmas together, which is one of the few times a year I'm like home and get to see him. But we were at Christmas, around when we visited, it was literally, yeah. So we were at Christmas and we were talking about McDonald's hash browns. And then he was telling me about the fact that he almost bought that for himself, but then realized belatedly, like right before he pressed the button, that it was a lot of hash browns. But like, he thought about it apparently. So he had the link. And then he sent it to me eventually, like as a joke. And then when you guys brought up salting and hashing, I posted the hash brown link into general. And then somehow that turned to, and I missed this conversation, but somehow that turned into us convincing Kane to put it on her throne. But when we put it on Kane's throne, he said, he remembers saying, if you put it on your throne, I will fund it. And so that's why last night he saw the throne plug while he was on her stream and he was like, oh yeah, I did say that, didn't I? Well, it's been long enough. It'll be pretty funny if I do it right now. And so then he funded it. So like in a very abstract sense, it all comes back. The entire joke of it being there even comes back to a conversation that he and I had at Christmas, which I think is very funny. It is like quite literally his long con plot to end up sending my friend 17 pounds worth of hash browns. And it all started because he himself was thinking about purchasing these hash browns because he likes McDonald's hash browns so much. I think it's really funny. If you think about it that way, like in the long term, like the full story of like, you know how there's that thing where it's like, oh my god, there's something to do with like Fallout Boy or something where it's like 9/11 caused this thing or whatever. It's like that, except for hash browns. I think it's really funny. I think it's incredibly funny how this turned out. I mean, but like, is turning into a potato really a problem? And to be fair, my good friend who lives near me and would eat hash browns, they were threatening that I should put it on my throne, and I said that I would share hash browns with the people that I live near if that were the case. So you would get hash browns if that. Oh yeah, that one too. Exactly, to mention. That was what I was talking about as well. But like, yeah, so like, it feels like one of those series of events where it's like the very abstract initial thing turns into like a very long drawn out conclusion. I just think it's funny. Let's put it that way. I think it's funny how he didn't even intend it and it turned into his long con plot. Yeah, it's the domino effect of how Kane ends up with 17 pounds of hash browns being funded. Well, okay, because here's my rationale. He funded 89% of it, right? And then I was like, well, if it's 89% funded, he already paid like so much of it. That money's just gone unless I pay the extra $13 that are left. Like, if he funded it 89% of the way, like that money was already taken out of his account. So I might as well just like finish the job and then she gets the item, you know? Like that was my... I'm not saying that word. I'm not saying that word. I have self-respect. I have more respect for myself than to say hashino. I said it. I slipped up. Anyways, it's fine. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the inside take on how that occurrence happened. So, you know, enjoy. Well, here's the thing. I love her so dearly. She did put it on her throne. It was a risk. If it was on her throne, it was on her throne. It's a like, that's just... you run the risk of it happening. That's the issue when you put things on your throne. So... that's why I'm not putting it on my throne even as a joke. It's because I'm aware of the consequences of that. But yeah, anyways. Unfortunately, I think she underestimated the fact that people, like I will, and also my brother will, do anything for a joke. If the joke hits hard enough, we will do almost anything to make it funny. And I think she really underestimated that fact when she put the hash browns on her throne, is that we would do anything for a little bit of a laugh. Oh, I would, actually. I could put Garrus on my throne. I don't have too much on my throne right now, just because, like, I don't think I've ever gotten anything funded off of it, so I just don't think about it too hard. I did, when I was doing baking streams, this is the last thing I will say before we actually get to work. When I was doing baking streams, I did have I put a knife sharpener on there because people kept on bitching that my knives were dull, which they were. They were dull. No, I have something appealing like a knife sharpener. So they were dull. And so I was like, okay, if you guys are gonna bitch about my knives being dull, you can pay for it. And so I put it up on my throne. I also put up like key lights and stuff for when I was filming in like my kitchen, because late at night they like the ambient light wasn't enough. But that's not an issue anymore because I don't really do baking streams, at least not for this moment. I will consider it, and I've been offered a space to do so. I just have not decided how I want to make that work. But I was offered a space to do so. I would just need to find a way to like transport my materials. Oh, ew, get out. There you go. Logistics, exactly. I would need to like get a box to bring over all my baking gear and stuff. And we would have to bring over my laptop mount as well. But it's not impossible. I use my laptop when I'm doing it, TLDR. Like a combo of my laptop is as the stream base, and then my phone is one of the cameras. But my phone camera also hasn't been working since the last time we did it, so I don't know. Okay. That's enough yapping. You guys got the behind the scenes of how we ended up with hash browns. I feel like that's enough for you today. There are some other things I want to share, but I will share it again when people come back into when we have some besties in chat. Nice sharpening stream.
Received.
Thank you for the prime.
And clever. Bravo.
Knife sharpening stream. My knife is actually fairly sharp now. I bought a new one that's like even sharper. So I in fact almost had to go to the hospital a few times because it was too sharp. So, you know, whatever. But I could. I didn't get a whetstone was the thing. I like put it on my prime. My throne was like, I added a whetstone to my throne, and I was like it's there if people want it. Okay. So the plan. I'm gonna work on my homework that's due tomorrow. I'm not gonna work on my project that is impossible to complete. I did get notes, so for the class that I have homework due in, I did get notice about what that final project will be, and it is surprisingly doable for the professor. I thought it was gonna be much harder, so I will probably start that soon, but the one I was like, oh, I'll just start early. Like, I'm gonna get this done so I can play Monster Hunter. It's undoable. It is uncompletable in its current state. Let me see if anybody... I'm gonna see if anybody else messaged me back about it, because I was so brave and I asked, like, hey, can anyone else complete this? And then they all didn't respond, and I felt very upset about it. They hate me, dude. They didn't respond. Anyways, whatever. Okay. That being said, can I like, no, I'm gonna just use my laptop mount again. Image of Gemethus Smithy. I'm not, no amount of motivation will get me to finish on time right now. I'm super duper losing. But this homework's due tomorrow, and once this homework is due, I'm gonna feel like a new woman, I think. Or like once I'm done. I've been tightening this thing, and it just won't tighten all the way, and it just kind of like makes a horrible sound. Okay. That being said, I'm gonna go back into a work phase, we're gonna start our first one. And we're gonna get things done. I have some homework to do. If you have anything to do, I would recommend pulling it open and getting some work in with us. If you don't, feel free to vibe, chill out. I will be available via text chat, but I just won't be like speaking out loud because I'm gonna be locked in, and I'm hoping you will be locked in as well. But yeah, I will see you guys on the flip side. Yeah. Oh wait, duh. Let me do... There we go. All good. Okay, perf. See you guys. Sir, please. Also, hi, welcome back from our work session. My cat is like trying to make it very difficult for me to sit. There we go. Hi. He's back. Okay, we're good. I hope you guys were able to get a bit done. I was not able to get any work done on my homework. But that's because I got messages on Slack asking me to help with recruitment next week. Which I'd really prefer not to, but I guess we will be doing that. Like, it's not that I don't care about recruitment, it's just like really bad timing. Like, I'm quite frankly a little overwhelmed already. So like the fact that they're like asking, like they specifically asked for me and my coworker to help with stuff, and I was like, why us? Because our boss is busy, so they're like asking us to fill in for our boss basically, and I'm like, I'm impressed you guys can't hear that. Sorry, I'm not abusing him. He's just very weird looking. Yeah, it's like... I don't dislike the concept of recruitment. Like, this is for our PhD students for next year. It's just the issue is just, like, I'm, quite frankly, very busy right now. And, like, very overwhelmed with, like, work. Because it's, like, very... He's so weird, dude. Yeah, but like for PhD stuff, like I'm just, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. We have a lot of projects due. This is like week, let's show what week is it? Week 8. So next week is week 9 out of 10. So like it's a very bad fucking time for that to be coming up, basically. Like we have a bunch of final projects and stuff. So like next week is kind of like one of the crunch weeks, and it's like, hey, I'd prefer to maybe work on my projects rather than like going everywhere. Like, I think I'm gonna have to be on campus every day next week. No, at least not Tuesday, thank God. I would have cried. But like, yeah, I gotta go to a recruitment dinner. I have to go now give a poster talk because they asked me to, despite the fact that I'm a first year, and now I have to do 2 separate meetings. So it's like, I'm like, hey, could we not do that to me? Maybe perhaps. It's fine. I just want a week off right now, dude. I feel like I'm losing. It's like the negative like end of the quarter talk coming to me, but I'm like, damn. A 9 out of 10. You're only at 5 out of 15. What the fuck? Yeah, we're starting week 9 next week, so we're almost done with our quarter. You can come look at my poster. Mine isn't. I'm just gonna have to like dig out one of my zombie posters because there's no posters on my new research. And also I'm not allowed to talk about my new research, so like I wouldn't be allowed to talk about it at this event either. So I'm just gonna have to go check if one of my zombie posters is around tomorrow, like from years ago, which I can still give. I can give that talk like with my eyes closed, probably not even looking at the poster, but it's not ideal. I'd prefer less of this. While the concept of getting free food is very enticing, the emotional energy required to be at all these things is maybe not worth the free food. Like, when I say zombie posters, I mean it's like from an old project that I'm not working on currently, but I can present on if needed, you know? But like, I haven't made any progress on this project in over 2 years, so like, I'm not working on it actively. Yeah, that's what I meant by zombie. It's like it's a poster that from a project that is currently dead, but I can revive it specifically for the purpose of filling out a poster slot at this event because they're asking me to. Oh, I wish. No. Please. No, it's gonna be a poster on simulation of large gene regulatory networks. You're all good. It's my poster on simulation of randomly generated large randomly generated gene regulatory networks. And it's a really cool project. It's just not impactful in a lot of ways, and it's not as important as some of the other work I set it aside for. I love it, don't get me wrong. It's just not like, it's not currently at a state where it's like needs to be pushed forward to publication, so I took a step away from it to work on some more like pressing matters. No, I'm good. The only words I get to say are limit cycle attractor, point attractor, and time series. Pretty much. Oh, and graph. Don't forget about graph. Very important here. I'm already tired. I haven't even gotten anything done. Yeah, it's a limit cycle attractor. Look at this graph. It's like a graph when I mean like edges and nodes graph. You should. I want to go to that party. When I'm done with finals, we should when I'm done with finals and when I'm recovered from surgery, we should definitely go have some degen hours. I don't, but I want to know. Graph theory, my beloved. I love graph theory. You have no idea. I have a book on graph theory because I was trying to teach myself some more stuff. It's like on my shelf behind me. I think. Yeah, it's totally there. I can see it. I have a book on real numbers and I have a book on graph theory. I don't know about that theorem either. My formal math training is very bad. That's why this homework is going to take me so long. I hate it here. Thank you very much. Yeah. It's on my bookshelf because I ran out of time to read it because I got too busy with other stuff, and also because my like formal math brain is not that strong. So once you get a little too formal, my brain just kind of falls out. Maybe I'll reread it once I'm done like sweating in this stats class. This stats class has me running through the ringer right now. So once I'm done with that, maybe I'll be alive again. I may be a hungry college student, but I'm not that hungry. Starving grad student, but not that starving. Okay. That being said, I do need to make progress on this homework because if I don't finish it, I'm screwed. Fun fact, I'm boned. So let me start another work sesh. I will be available via chat, but I'm going to be doing a little bit of work on my other computer as well. I will see you on the flip side. Oh dear. Hi, welcome in, Bliss. I'm currently fighting God and losing, I think. Okay, wait, I can do that. That's doable. Hi. My brain is like melting, dude. You would think this is like really simple to do, but like nobody programs in this garbage fucking language. I'm just kidding. People program in R, but like I don't know why they do. Thank you for the hydrate and the posture check. I have posture checked and I am hydrating. Mention I'm going to fly to your state and strangle you myself. Oh. I'm like having those I feel like I'm being hit by 10 cars moments. It'll be better once I can get these heat maps working. But like you have at least a day to start running. Go. No, I can't even afford the time to go fly over to commit murder because I need to do this homework. So you have a few days. You know the worst part is this is supposed to be the easy part of the homework, dude. That's the part I thought was gonna be easier. What does that mean for me? I started this homework early too. Like it's not even anything. This homework's just hard. I feel regret. I'm experiencing regret. I'm experiencing a lot of emotions live on stream today. I'll give you that one, I agree. Can we talk about R? Can we talk about R for a second? Why do people program in R? What's the purpose of doing anything in R? It's so bad. To plot a heat map, I had to like do 3 backflips and pray to some god and it still didn't plot. The data types in R are so weird and everything exports its own custom data type and then they don't work with each other. Like I cut a hierarchical clustering tree and then it didn't give me a tree back. It gave me something else. Why would you not give me the same object that I gave you if I'm just asking you to prune it? Like why if I'm pruning a tree, why would you not give me a tree object back? Who thought this was a good idea? Who made R? Who made this? Who the fuck made R? What asshole made this fucking R? This fucking program? Ross Ithaka and Robert Gentleman. They're in New Zealand. Are they still in New Zealand? I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna find them. How much is it to fly to New Zealand right now? I don't care. He wrote R. I don't care that his name is Gentleman. Who wrote this programming language? Why are there 2 assignment operators? Why is indexing at 1? Who did this? I feel like this is a very reasonable crash out. R is such a garbage fucking programming language. I hate it here. Okay. How much is it for me to fly to New Zealand and kill these guys? $1,000. I have $1,000. It's only got to be one way. Those of you who haven't worked with me, that's reserved for you to mention. This look is reserved specifically for you currently. I'm miserable. This is miserable. Dude, who wrote R? I mean, I know who wrote R, but why write R? The R in R is for reasonable crash out. I'm so sad. Also, if anybody's new here, this is just normal. Don't worry about me. This is how I... This is my general state of being. This is not... I'm not here to be your uplifting work buddy all the time. I'm here to be your let's get through this together work buddy, if that makes sense. I don't know what would help me right now. Like, I'm like, do I order more caffeine? Do I go get myself more caffeine? Is that what I need? I think I need R to be erased from, like, everybody's collective memory. I need, like, a memory wipe machine. Like, you know, like Men in Black style, but, like, it erases R from all existence in this world. Like, not just from people's memory, but from, like, ever having existed. Because then Surratt can go away, too. And I'm okay with Surratt going away. I don't like Surratt. Surratt can also die with R. I know that technically the Python implementation of Surratt is from R. But I also don't care. Surratt can go die if it means getting rid of R as a programming language forever. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed my minor crash out over my favorite programming language ever. Hi. I was just messaging you back. You missed my very reasonable crash out over having to program in R. Okay, since you're here, before I continue this, why are heat maps so hard to do in R? I just need to visualize clustering, which I don't even want to do because I hate clustering. But, like, it's so difficult because you either need to project down to the PCs or you need to visualize with a heat map. But for some reason, visualizing things in heat maps with R is actually quite difficult. Everybody lied to me and told me it would be easier. It's not. It's easier in Python. Why did... I mean, okay. The visuals are prettier. I feel like I'm projecting a little bit. I know I'm projecting a little bit. I'm still mad about my other class. But, like... It's fine. Okay, it's fine. Once I get these heat maps working, 20% of this current breakdown will be resolved. So I'm gonna start another timer session because if I get these heat maps working, everything will be fine. I'm gonna be fine. I will be a new changed woman if these heat maps work. I guarantee it. It's so true. Having one of those certified R moments. There's like a package I'm trying to download from R and it's not working and I'm crying internally. I think uninstalling RStudio is when I will feel true freedom. It is still attempting to install this package. I don't know what I've done wrong. When do I stop it? When do you stop? No worries. Good luck with all your stuff today, whatever it is. Can we put that off for another time? I can explain to you at D&D tonight, but perhaps not this moment. I'm a little occupied mentally. Okay, I'm gonna keep the timer playing because I'm still working. See you guys on the flip side. I more I feel like a pile of I feel like beef stew in human form currently. So basically what happened was I've been trying to like visualize this thing that I was doing on my homework, and my teacher acted like it was super trivial, and I was like really confused because I've been like fighting it basically for an hour. And it turned out that some of the packages I needed to do it that make it really trivial just weren't at the right like version, because I was using an older version of R because I downloaded RStudio a while ago, and it doesn't like update both R and RStudio on its own. So I had to go back and like manually go to their website and re-download it, and that fixed everything. Well, I had to re-download R, and then that crashed RStudio, so I had to restart my computer, and RStudio still crashed, so I re-downloaded RStudio, and now it works. It's like, you know, it really feels very good right now. I'm I'm a little bit in tears after all of that. I'm close. I will admit, I'm a little close. And that's problem 2 of 7 that I just fixed. And I'm not entirely done with any of them because they all require verbal explanations. So I like have the plots working now, which is what I've been working on. But now I need to go back and fix something from 1. And then once I fix the thing from 1, anyways, you get the point. Yeah, I'm like spinning my wheels a little bit too hard right now. I have to use R, but I could use VS, but I have to code in R. No, this homework is due tomorrow. I really cannot give up. Like, I will not finish it if I don't even think I'm gonna get on to do anything else tonight. Like, I'm gonna go to D&D tonight, because that's unskippable, but I'm not gonna play at all, I think. I have to finish this homework. It's like not an optional. And like, even if I don't do it perfectly, I need to have all the problems completed in a state where I feel comfortable turning it in. Like, I'm resigned to the fact that I will likely not get full score, but I'm not willing to turn in something that I consider incomplete. Yeah, I am not in the habit of using Visual Studio because I used it like when I used it in undergrad, we were only allowed to use the Windows version specifically. And so I don't have it on my Mac because I was like not allowed to code on my Mac for that class. So it's just not, I'm not in the habit, and I nuked it off the computer a while ago recreationally. I would love to move to the woods. I've been talking about that with some friends recently where I'm like, let's just like, I'm just gonna go form a lesbian commune somewhere in the woods. Like, that sounds much better than whatever I'm doing right now. Yeah, the good news is I got it working. Like, I'm really glad to see that it's working. The bad news is it took me a ridiculous amount of time for something that was quite trivial. Also, there's some stuff in here that's making me feel a little weird, so I need to check on it too. I had a class where we weren't allowed to use anything on Mac. It wasn't like, it was for my C++ class. We could only code in the Windows version of Visual Studio, because if you coded on the Mac version, you had to make sure it was compatible, like it would run on a Windows computer, like exactly as intended. So if you coded in Visual Studio on the Mac, there's certain like rules that aren't enforced the same way on the PC version. So if you weren't careful and didn't like cross debug, basically, you would miss things because like weird bugs that you wouldn't expect would show up on Windows as compared to like Mac, because like there's certain things that you don't have to do as explicitly on Windows or Mac for whatever reason. Yeah, there's a little bit of like that compatibility issue, so that's why we specifically were not allowed to use it, was because like of that. I think that was our third. Let me check my own stream real quick. Yeah, nuked our third one. Oh, wait. I went straight into it because I was like busy cooking. Yeah, that was our third Pomo, so we should be on our fourth now, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so that's that. I'm a little frustrated because like that was a lot of time for something that was such a non-fix in terms of like I wasn't really doing anything explicitly wrong in my code. It was like a version issue, which I should have thought of earlier, but quite frankly, I just assumed that RStudio would tell you to update if you were in an older version of RStudio, and I honestly forgot that I downloaded it a long time ago because when I actually downloaded it was when I was going to do research in RStudio, which was quite a while back. It's like not recent, so you live and learn, I guess, but it's not a fun lesson to learn this way, you know? But yeah. So the good news is I'm getting closer though. I do need to fix, So for questions 1 and 2, I still have a few things to fix. Question 1, it's just, yeah. And then, so I need to fix the quantile norm, and I need to fix the cut trees. And then, what is... Okay, the tight clustering should be easy. I think I can feed that into the same visualization. The 3 and 4 should theoretically be more trivial, but I'm still not even done with 1 and 2, and it goes up to 7, so. 5, 6, 7, some of them are like paper proofs, so I need to, like, I'm gonna do that later tonight and, like, sit there and work on paper, essentially, or, like, on my iPad. Okay. Quick BRB, because I do need to piss, but I won't be gone for very long. I just need to actually pee, and also maybe stand up for a second to work out the energy of what was almost a meltdown. Okay, I made it. I lived. I just had to pee. Chugging all your caffeine in the span of a couple hours will do that to you, I fear. Okay. We're gonna get back into it and do another Pomo. I kind of wanna... Now that I'm thinking about it... Well, I don't know. Do you pee instantaneously? I can't teleport over to the bathroom as much as I'd love to. Well, you know. As much as I wish I could teleport over to the bathroom. No, you're good. You're all fine. I was just messing with some stuff because I was like, I should add a Pomo counter. Just because like we keep losing track because my weird little widget keeps losing it. So I'm curious if I can, I was just in the brain where I was like, oh, I could like do a Nightbot counter. But sometimes when I'm like in my programmer mode, I'll just like start working on stuff and forget to like clarify what I'm doing. Because I'm like in like max debug. So I was like trying to debug how to do that. Oops. But yeah, no worries. I'm just, I was thinking about how to add a command to Nightbot for this. Let's see if this works. Yeah, cool. Oh, that's too fast, I think. Yeah, I can only do it so fast. Got it. I did it. I don't know how to get it to reset, but that I'll deal with tomorrow. I just figured this would be a better way to keep track since my thing keeps losing us. There we go. Okay, so that was our third. We should be starting our fourth. So I will start that when I start the timer. You guys ready? Everyone ready? You know? Yeah, no, here's the thing is the fun joke is I'm not ready either, but that's why we're here and that's why I'm holding myself accountable and holding you guys accountable at the same time. Let's do it. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Oh my god. It has no idea where we are. Wild. It's all good. That's what I have my timer to keep track of. But yeah. Good news is I'm making progress. It doesn't feel like it, but I'm actually entirely finished with one of the questions now. Other than the interpretation, which I'm gonna write tomorrow. So like my goal for today is to get all the code and like math done. And then my goal for tomorrow is to do all the writing of like, oh, does this make sense? Like stuff like that. So I did problem 4 in its entirety because it was shorter now that I like did the previous problems. And then I'm working on problem 3, which has 2 subparts. So I'm at 3-1 and I'm almost done with that. It's like working. And then after that, I just need to fix the quantile normalization in my first 2 questions, and then I'm actually might be okay. In terms of like the coding portions, I then need to move to like the written portions like on my iPad. But I'll probably do all the coding right now and then take a break, and then like so end stream, take a break, and then do the rest. But knowing your pacing is the most important thing here. Like this isn't a sprint, it's a marathon until, well, it is a bit of a sprint, but it's a marathon until I'm done tomorrow. So like I can't get too hasty and try to do everything at once, if that makes sense. But yeah. Oof. Please. I am so excited to uninstall R and R Studio directly off of my computer as soon as I'm done with this class. I will even reinstall it if I need it, but I just want this shit off my computer after. I don't want to look at it. So, I'm making progress. I feel better, certainly. The temporary breakdown from not being able to get that clustering to fucking run is over. But I certainly still have some work to do. Like, the latter questions are a little on the hard side. But what I might actually do is on stream, I might start the one that I feel like I know how to do best, and then do the other math proofs later, because I don't know how those are going to get done, but they're going to get done. I looked at them and I was like, or they're not. I don't know. I might not even be able to do them. Who knows? Like, it is so much mathematical notation that is like scary to me. But the rest of everything appears to be working okay for this exact second. That is to say, it can go very wrong very quickly. That is not a guarantee on like I will be good, but you know, like for this exact moment, I'm okay. But oh my god, when this gets turned in tomorrow, I'm gonna feel like a new woman. No, if they do, I'm dropping out. That'll be my 13th reason I'll drop out of grad school. Yeah, I don't think I'll have to use it at all next quarter. Like all the classes I have signed up for, none of them are like programming classes. I signed up for a bunch of biology classes because I wanted a break. So like, you know. Speaking of, I did reach out to my rotation advisor and he didn't reach out to me back, so I should probably check on that. I mean, I'll reach out again next week, and if he doesn't get back to me, then that's a panic. Yeah, nobody sent me anything, have they? Yeah, no emails. Okay. We are starting our 5th pomo. I don't feel like I have the ingenuity to be a tech bro. Like I'm not. I don't have any original ideas, to be quite frank. I'm like good at working on stuff and like no. As someone who lived in Silicon Valley too, it is simply not the life for me. Like after grad school, my plan is academia, not like biotech. Biotech is the way to make money. Academia is the way for me to feel fulfilled. So that's the path we're going. But yeah, like I have no intent to found any startups. I don't have any good ideas for it, quite frankly. There's nothing going on up there. It's the like loading disco ball, the like loading beach ball from the Mac screen. I mean, the macadamia can still happen. That's not like, you know what I mean? That's not mutually exclusive. I can still be in academia and make cookies. I would love to take the money, but I don't enjoy doing the kind of science that I would have to do to work at a biotech company at this moment. And like, while I've gotten advice to just like take a position at a biotech company for a few seconds and like get some money and then go back, I have heard the advice and I believe I'm probably not going to follow it. I really like teaching. I really like working the sciences. Yeah. I mean, I've been told like even by a professor that I work like in my department, but that I don't like teach with. She was like, you should definitely just like go to tech for a bit. And I was like, nah, like I don't. She's like, don't do this. Like go to tech, make money. You can come back if you want. And I was like, very good idea, Rana, but I will probably not be doing that still. Especially because like the class I teach for is at a pretty critical juncture. So like if I graduate when I do, there's a higher ability for me to establish myself as a professor teaching the class that I do than if I were to like wait a little bit longer. Does that make sense? Like it's a little bit of a subtle thing there. Okay. On that note, I'm going to make sure I finish some homework so that I can make sure to graduate. So I'm going to continue doing these silhouette scores. I hope you guys have some stuff to work on. We'll be doing another block. As always, I will probably not be talking. I will be available via stream chat, but I won't be talking out loud just because I don't like when people talk in my ear when I'm trying to work. So I assume you don't like the same either. Well, sense is relative. Sense is relative. Let me put it that way. Okay. I will see you guys on the flip side. Other sense. Okay, we're good. We're good. I was waiting for my silhouette plot to run or my gap statistic plot to run, so I couldn't do anything. But it's running. It's working. So the good news is I'm entirely done with a whole question. I mean, minus the explanations, but we don't talk about those. I'm doing this tomorrow. That's a tomorrow problem. That's not a today problem. That's a tomorrow problem. Which means I can say that I'm comfortably and three and stats problem for my stats class and the homework that's due tomorrow that's kicking my ass currently because my professor is rough. It's like you go to lecture and you're like, yes, that makes sense. And then she's like, okay, now die. And you're like, oh, okay. So like what keeps happening is like she's really mathy and technical on the explanations. It is not the Legend 27. It is stats for biologists, and I'm not good at this. I'm not built for this. I'm trying. Like, I am really genuinely trying. She's not super great at, like, teaching for the average student of the class. She teaches for the top of the class, which is not my personal teaching philosophy. I kind of teach for the bottom of the class, and the top of the class has to deal with it. And they can ask me more fun questions in office hours. I teach for the bottom of the class, and she teaches for the top. So I think we'll do one more pomo. I don't know how long we're really gonna go, but we're for sure gonna do one more pomo because I have a little bit more to do on the first question. Like, I want to basically get my first pass of these questions done before stream is over. So that's my plan. I'm gonna do, I have like a little bit of question 1 left, which is affecting question 2. And then I also need to replot something as a dendrogram, and then I'm done. I actually mean one this time. If I keep doing this, I will combust into flames. Actually, I like actually mean one. Even if I'm not entirely done, I'm gonna take a break and go back for seconds later. No, I'm on like ideally I try to keep my study streams to like 4 hours ish. Yesterday just went long because I was doing a lot of stuff and enrolling in classes, and I was like in a good mood. Or 2 days ago. Generally, I actually mean it. I between 1 and 2, but I'm pretty certain it's gonna be 1 so that I can go rest. Because I still have to keep working on the rest of this thing. I just need like a break, and then I'll come back to it. But unfortunately, I know myself well enough to know when I need a break, and it is coming up. Welcome back, my guy. You are catching us at the tail end because I do not know how much longer I'm going to go. Because I said 1 more Pomo, but 1 or 2 I think is where I'm at. Jessica Lee's homework is kicking my ass, dude. I think if I ate hash brown, the concept of eating hash browns right now makes me want to die. I mean, not that word. Something else. Pick a different word that means the same thing, and you know what I mean. No, like I purposely did not put the hash browns on my wish list because if I did, I would vomit. That works. Yeah, so I will die. Like I cannot, if I eat that many hash browns, I will not be able to eat hash browns for the next 6 years at least. It's okay, you're saving me from censorship. I'll take it. I'll take that one. I'll internalize that one. But yeah, no, I got 1 more pass at questions 1 and 2. And then what I do from there, I don't know. I'm not, there's questions 5, 6, and 7 that I'm not done with yet, but I'm almost done with 1 through 4. 5, 6, and 7 are the mathier ones, but what I'm gonna do is like take a break for a bit, exist somewhere else, and then I'll do it later in the night. I think is my plan. I just need I will need some time. Because, oh my god, the fact that everything that was going wrong earlier was fixed by reinstalling R in RStudio, that almost sent me straight out the window. Dude, I didn't buy Monster Hunter yet. I was gonna buy it today. I just haven't whipped out the credit card, you know? It just hasn't happened yet. Speaking of whipping out the credit card, there is a commission I'm gonna put in for at 5 because they're opening at 5. So if you see me get distracted at that exact timestamp, you know what happened. But I've been waiting for this commission for like a month, 2 months, so you'll have to forgive me if I put in for it right away. Yeah, I'll probably do my Fix-Of dailies in that time, since I'm gonna miss Fix-Of tonight. It is not the hash brown throwable. That's, I think, for Kane. I think we gotta get Kane a hash brown throwable. I think that's exclusive to not me. I think there's another throwable that we can come up with that's more on brand for me. The eye patch was 1 time. It was 1 time. It was 1 time, and you guys weren't even there. You guys didn't even see the real picture of me. There's a real picture of me wearing the eye patch, and you haven't even seen it. It's just lesbian flags. That's the win here. I would like Garrus throwables. Okay. I'm gonna fix this quantile normalization and this plot in the next 20 minutes. If I don't finish those 2 things, ukulele apology live on stream. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, let's do it. I'm a pro.
that was our Pomo. We are done with another work session. It is almost time for me to put in for that commission, so excuse me if I lock in really quick to go do that. But yeah, I did not get done what I was hoping to get done because things in R are just overly complicated for reasons that I will never understand. However, I am going to take some time away from stream and like end it here, pass you guys on to somebody else, and go find a way to get that done. But I want to like take a break in between, so that's what we'll do. This will be our last 5 minutes, and then I will see you guys another time. I have plenty more projects coming up, so expect more announcements of streams. Yeah, congrats. I'm currently doing this. That's too short. It'll be 60 and 5. Yeah, I'm doing the there's a commission I'm doing right now. I've been waiting for this to open for like 2 months now. Got in. Hell yeah. Let me check to make sure my request is all good. I was like waiting for this person to open for like months, so I like threw that in so fast it wasn't even funny. Okay, we're good. I did it. I put it in. Okay. And then I'm just peeking around to see where I'll throw you guys next for co-working. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Sorry I'm cutting it a little early. I just know myself and know that I need a little bit of time to take away from stream and work on stuff in like a little bit more of a measured manner. So apologies, it ran a little short because I started late too, but I'm going to use the time well to decompress and then hopefully come with a clearer head when it is time for me to do some more work. But I need a break. It's the worst. I'm so tired of looking at art. I need a second away from it. So we're gonna take a second. I'm gonna go find some food. 15 minutes overtime Saturday. I could do that easy, bro. Easy clap. You know how easy it is for me to stream late on Saturdays? It's just today. Like, I'm just like, I need a bit. I need some time. We'll come back. If I look at R for any amount of time longer, I think if I didn't have that one thing where I was like sitting there fucking with versions of R, I would have been able to like stick it out a little longer today. But this is like grueling. Like on Tuesday when I was going, I was like enrolling for classes and I was doing like little other things like that. This, I've just been working on this fucking homework the whole time. So it's a little rough, to be quite honest. And I'm also still kind of like I'm still kind of coping with the fact that, there we go. I'm coping with the fact that I will, like, I have a project to do that is unfinishable, and I'm trying to figure out what to do about that by tomorrow, because I need to, like, figure out if I'm gonna confront the teacher about it or not. So a lot on my mind. You know, I'm gonna take a bit of time for myself. Thank you guys for being here. I'm sorry it didn't go as long as I was hoping, but I did get work done, and I hope you did too. We're gonna raid into somebody who's actually AFK right now, so don't be surprised, but I like the vibes of their stream from what I was peeking in at, and I thought we could go show them some love. They're also doing co-working. They're studying for the MCAT, it looks like, and they are doing 50-10 pomos, so a little bit more focused than we are, but of course I have focus issues, so that's why we do shorter pomos. Because also it gives me time to, like, not look at code in between. Beyond that, thank you for being here. If you would like to get updates on when I will be doing this next, the fastest way to see those is on our Discord. I will be doing more upcoming. I got a lot of big projects coming up, so I anticipate that I will have a lot more work study streams coming. And I know that I've been absent a bit on those, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Fuck you, cheap viewers, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you can't see that. Okay, cool. There's somebody who's advertising cheap viewers. Or we could also go to a DJ. I think we keep the work study vibes up. There's somebody who definitely there's somebody who needs to do work here. So we will come visit this person. I appreciate it though. I do not think DJ is the vibe for my kiddos who are still doing work. I know, right? Also, like, I can't work-wise. Stuff to do still. I can't, like, it's not showing it on my version of the chat, so hopefully that just means it got caught. Whatever. I will see you guys later. Thank you so much. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Let's show this person some love when they're back at their keyboard. They're for now a little bit away, but that's okay. And yes, I will see you guys later. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye.